My dear students, welcome to Fakhruddin Academy Physics. As according to the request of many students that sir, we want all the shortcuts at one place in one short video because it's very difficult to search 2 minutes videos again and again. So please give us one short video. So that's why I have taken 50 shortcuts which are very popular and liked by many students and made one video. So this takes a lot of pain, my dear students. That's why I request you to like, share and subscribe to your friends, and hope you will promote my video so that it will reach maximum students in India and they can succeed in their competitive exams like Neet and JEE mains. Hope you will enjoy these videos. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
My dear students, can you solve this problem by out-of-box thinking method without using any numericals which are given in this problem? Yes, you can do it. How? You just see here, he is asking us to find out the value of k. How are you going to find out the value of k? Not in terms of numericals, but a little bit different approach. Find the right unit, then your answer is going to be right in a fraction of seconds. How to find out the correct unit? That is the question here. Then you can solve this problem in fraction of seconds. You just see this question here. F is taken as k into v square. And here you can write k is equal to F by v square. You all know that force is nothing but mass into acceleration divided by velocity whole square. You all know the units of mass. The units of mass is nothing but kg, whereas the units of acceleration is meter per second square whole divided by units of velocity is meter per second, but as it is whole square, you can write meter square by second square. So second square gets cancelled, meter gets cancelled, and what is left? Kg per meter is left. So as kg per meter is left, your correct answer is going to be first option, because kg meter power -1. By seeing the correct unit, you can judge the correct answer in fraction of seconds. Thank you very much. Okay, my dear students, how to solve this problem by lateral thinking method or out-of-box thinking method? You can just see this is a question of kinematics. But you use the method of kinematics, problems becomes more than 1 minute. But can you solve this problem by different approach, that is by using dimensional formula? Yes, it's very simple. You can just see here, what I'm going to do here is, let us go for trial and error method. Take option number A. So if you take a dimensional formula, small t is equal to square root of t1 and t2. So small t having dimensions t, and here t1, t2 having dimensions t and t. So t is equal to t square under root is going to be t is equal to t. So you can say here first option is going to be correct here. But first option is correct, directly we get the answer. But if you think here, small t is equal to t1 by t2, it is going to be cancelled here, we'll be getting 1 here. So second option is going to be wrong. Here t2 square by t, so t gets cancelled, only root t is left here in this case. But if you go for the second option, here also dimensional formula method if you use, you will get t square by t square under root, which is going to be cancelled, getting 1 here. So by using this simple technique, by using dimensional formulas, you get a correct answer that first option is correct. You need not do a lengthy derivations for this. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Oh, welcome my dear students. Today we'll solve the problem in a different approach. See this problem here which is given. He's asking us to find out the frequency. So general method will take a lot of time. But when you see the options by observations, you will get a shortcut method. That second option if you observe, that is B, you can find out frequency will be equal to right hand side, whatever the values given there. What are the physical quantities here? If you observe, F is going to be 2 pi. 2 pi does not have any dimensions. Y means Young's modulus. Young's modulus means stress by strain. Strain does not have any units because strain is a ratio. Okay, does not have any. Only stress is having units. So stress is nothing but force by area. That is Young's modulus means stress by strain. Y by A, that's it. Strain does not have any units. For force by area, Young's modulus means force by area into m into L. So area gets cancelled. Therefore frequency is nothing but square root of force here. Force is nothing but mass into acceleration, that is ml t power -2, and in the denominator it is m into L. So mm gets cancelled, ll gets cancelled, only t power minus 2 under root is left, which is nothing but t power minus 1, and t power minus 1, which is nothing but 1 by 2, 1 by t. Okay, my dear students, how to solve this problem without solving the problem? Yes, you are reasoning correctly. How to solve this problem without solving this problem? See here, if you see these two springs, these two springs are acting on the ground, they are resting on the ground, and he's asking us to find out what is the maximum force exerted on the ground. It is understood that 4 plus 1 is going to be 5, and if you multiply this with 10 kgs, 10 newtons, because weight is nothing but mass into gravity, so 4 plus 1 into 10 is going to be 50 newtons. Okay, so what is the maximum force? Maximum force means it should be greater than weight. So definitely you have to select the option which is greater than 50 kgs. Okay, so you have to select an option which is greater than 50 newtons, and your correct answer is going to be 60 newtons. Without solving the problem, you have solved the problem. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Okay, my dear students, how to solve this problem without solving this problem? Just by observation. I'll tell you a shortcut method. So first try to understand what is going to give you. Okay, so what is going to give you is, he's asking us to find out the gravitational field. So how are you going to find out the gravitational field? You all know that gravitational field is nothing but G, and the formula for G is nothing but Gm by r square. Even though the formula is Gm by r square here, what is the dimensional formula for G? It is nothing but acceleration due to gravity, so Lt power minus 2. Okay, so you have to select the formula in which Gm by r square is present. Okay, so what is Gm by r square in this? So if you observe here, C option is also having Gm by L square, and D option is also having Gm by L square. It is as if G is equal to Gm by R square only. So among these two options, which is the correct option you have to select, because already 1 and 2 has been eliminated. A and B options have been eliminated. You have to select between C and D. What is the correct option? If you observe here in this diagram, you can see that DE sin theta gets cancelled. Okay, only along the y-axis we have to select the correct option. So the correct option is C, because there are components only along the y-axis, x-axis components have been already eliminated. So this is a shortcut method. Oh my dear students, how are you going to solve this problem in just simple shortcut method? What is the shortcut method? Let me write on the board here. Just see the problem here. It is a case of a spring. So in this spring here, if you observe, there are tensions here, tension T and T, and both combined together here, tension is taken as 2T, as shown in the figure here. But what is the simple shortcut formula which I am going to discuss here is, it is nothing but effective spring constant is nothing but K times of tension at the block by tension at the spring whole square. So this is going to be your shortcut formula with which you are going to solve the problem here. So therefore, tension effective is going to be tension. K effective is going to be K times of, okay, and tension in the body. What is the tension in the body or tension in the block? It is taken as 2T, and tension in the spring here is considered as T here, which is whole square. So dt gets cancelled here. K effective is nothing but, it is 2 to the 4, 4K you are getting. Okay, so we got. Then you have to use the formula for time period. Therefore, time period is nothing but 2 pi root of m by K effective. Therefore, the final step which you are going to discuss here is, it's a very simple formula. By using this technique, you can write T is equal to 2 pi root of m by K effective, and K effective is nothing but 4K. So this is going to be your answer. Okay, my dear students, how are you going to find out this problem in a simple, wonderful shortcut method? You can just see this problem. He's asking us to find out what is the current passing through this circuit here. Okay, so you have to find out what is the current passing through this circuit. Let us discuss how to find out the current passing through the circuit. First thing is, in a simple shortcut method, you have to find out what is the potential across P here. That means you have to find out Vp. So the simple shortcut method to find out Vp is, you can just write here, Vp is equal to 20 plus 10 plus 0 by 3, because here he has given 0 as the voltage. In all the three places, you have to find out the average of all the three voltages. That means you will get Vp as 30 by 3, which is going to be 10 volts. So we got Vp as 10 volts. So VP is nothing but 10 volts here at this place now. Now you can find out what is the current passing through this wire. That means you have to find out what is the current passing through this wire, in which there is 2 ohms resistance here. So for that, the simple method is you can find out the current I is equal to Vp minus 0 by resistance, that is 2 ohms here. So already we got Vp as 10. So 10 minus 0 by 2, which is going to be 5 amperes. So this is your shortcut method. Oh my dear students, how will you find? Let us find out a shortcut method to this problem which is given here. So one is horizontal capacitor, which is written as C horizontal, is nothing but 2 microfarads. It's an infinite series. And here let us imagine there is one more capacitor which is C vertical here. Okay. So C vertical is nothing but 1 microfarads. Is there any simple shortcut formula to find out this problem? Definitely I've got a simple shortcut formula. What is that shortcut formula? We'll discuss here. So as this is the shortcut formula here, that CAB you have to find out. How are you going to find out CAB in a simple shortcut method? Let us consider CAB is nothing but X here. And you have to find out what is X. For that, let us form a shortcut formula. That is X square plus C vertical into X minus C vertical and C horizontal, okay, is equal to 0. This is a shortcut formula which is written in the form of an equation, and you have to find out what is the value of X here. It's very simple. Then you can find out X square plus C vertical is nothing but 1 microfarads. So you'll be writing 1 into X minus C vertical into C horizontal is nothing but 1 into 2 is equal to 0. So therefore we will write X square plus X minus 2 is going to be equal to 0 here. Okay, it's very simple that you have to solve this quadratic equation, get the value of X, and that X is going to be the C equivalent for you. So how are you going to find out like this? See, for example, this can be written as X square minus 2X, plus 2X minus X minus 2 is going to be equal to 0. Okay, so therefore X, if you common out, you will be getting X plus 2, and minus 1 if you common, you will be getting X minus 2, which is equal to 0. Therefore X equal to 1, X equal to minus 2. X value can't be negative, capacitance can't be negative, so your answer is going to be X equal to 1 microfarads. Therefore final answer is X equal to 1 microfarads, which is nothing but C equivalent, C across the 2 capacitors, that is C across AB. You can write this as C across AB is nothing but 1 microfarad is going to be your answer. Yes, will you enjoy this problem? Oh my dear students, today I would like to discuss a simple shortcut method. This shortcuts appears to be illogical, but it is a fact. You have to accept any case, because I'm not going to give one example, I'm going to give 2 examples. Let us see here now. So in this case, you can see that force is given as yi plus xj. So how are we going to solve this problem here? It's very simple. You just do one thing here. You can write here x, you can write y, and you can take limits from 0 to 2 in the case of both x and y, because it is given 0, 0 and 2, 2 here, 2, 2 meters, that's it. So if you can solve this one here, just apply the limits and solve it, you will get an answer. X is considered as 2 minus 0 into again 2 minus 0 is going to give you 4 joules. It's very simple. This is the way you can find out the work done. Is it amazing? Might be appearing to be illogical, but it is amazing shortcuts. I'll give you one more example. Let us see. My dear students, what is the shortcut to solve the next problem which I have told you in the previous video? So now, today we'll solve this problem in fraction of seconds by using a simple shortcut magical formula. So here, if you observe, you can see that what is the data given here in this case? If you observe the equation, the highest powers of x is here. That is going to be x cube. And what is the highest power of y? It is going to be y square. And what is the highest power of z? It is going to be z square. Okay. So therefore, what are you going to do now is, you just write here highest powers of x, which is taken as x cube, highest powers of y, which is taken as y square, and highest powers of z, which is taken as z square. And apply the limits, that is from 0 to 2, because all are given as 0 to 2, 0 to 2, 0 to 2, that's it. So after that, you are going to solve this one and get the answer in fraction of seconds without any formula, any integration, nothing required here, no derivation, no integration, nothing. So it's very simple that here 2 cube minus 0 into 2 square minus 0 into 2 square minus 0 again. So you have applied the limits from 0 to 2. Just you can write 2 power 3, which is nothing but 8. This is 4 and this is 4. Okay. So we're getting 128 joules as your answer. Is a simple shortcut method by solving this. Okay, my dear students, every year at least one problem will come in which you have to select the correct formula. So in this problem given here, what is the correct formula? What is the best method to solve the problem? Instead of going for derivations, the simple shortcut method is to go for a different approach that is called as dimensional methods. How can you solve this problem by using the dimensional methods? Okay, it's very simple. If you see the options here, you can observe and find out that second option is going to be the correct answer. How can you find out that? This is just like a trial and error method, but a very efficient method. It's very simple to solve. Let us see here what I'm going to do now. So for example, in the second option, if you observe, he's asking us to find out the frequency. That is, frequency f is going to become 1 by 2 pi square root of ya by m into L. Okay, so now you all know that you can say that 1 by 2 pi doesn't have any dimensions, but if you observe here, Young's modulus, there is a formula which is nothing but force by area. Okay, force by area is a formula for Young's modulus, because extension by means stress and strain, stress by strain. Stress is having dimensions but strain is dimensionless. So need not write the formula for strain. You can just write the formula for stress, that is force by area into again area divided by m into L. So area gets cancelled here. Then what is left here? Let us see. So if you write the dimensional formula for frequency, that is what is that? Force. Force is nothing but mass into acceleration divided by mass into length here. Okay. Then mass gets cancelled here. Mass gets cancelled here. What is left? Let us see here now. So acceleration is left, which is having a dimensional formula Lt power minus 2 divided by L. LL gets cancelled. And what is left, if you observe here, only T power minus 2 is left, which can be written as T power minus 1. Okay. So therefore, T power minus 1, you know, it is representing 1 by T. And both are going to be same here. LHS is going to be equal to RHS, because frequency is nothing but reciprocal of time period. In this way, you can solve the problem in fraction of seconds by just going by the method of dimensional formulas. Thank you very much. Okay, my dear students, let us solve this problem in a just simple shortcut method. So this is a problem from atoms. He's asking us to find out the maximum wavelength for bracket series. So how are you going to find out the maximum wavelength for bracket series for hydrogen spectrum? This is going to be the shortcut formula which I have written here. By using this shortcut formula and substituting the value of n equal to 4 here, okay. If you substitute the value of n equal to 4 for bracket series, then you will getting an equation like this here, which you can substitute and get the answer in a simple shortcut way. So what are you going to write now? Let us see here. So for that, you just do one thing here. You can substitute the value of n equal to 4 and write here directly. Then if you substitute the values, you're getting 400 divided by 9 into 1.097 into 10 power minus 7 here. So after calculating this, you'll be getting the value as 40519 Armstrongs. That's it. So directly in a simple shortcut formula, that is n equal to n plus 1 whole square divided by 2n plus 1, can be used to find out any maximum wavelength of any series. Okay, my dear students, today I would like to discuss a very simple and shortcut method. You will feel wonderful by listening to this, and this is really amazing to explain. So let us go ahead now. The ratio of wavelengths of Lyman series as well as Balmer series. Okay, so what is the relation between ratio of wavelength as well as what is called as wavelength as well as the transitions? Okay, so we can call it as principal quantum number, what it may be. So anyhow, what is the relation? Let us discuss it. How can you solve this problem? So you all know that if you consider wavelength is directly proportional to n square, that is more than enough. This relation will save a lot of your time, and I'm giving guarantee for that. So here, lambda for, first of all, it is given as Balmer divided by lambda for Lyman series is equal to n for Balmer, n for Lyman whole square. And this can also be written as, you all know that Balmer is considered as second. Okay, so second, for which as a principal quantum number is going to be 2, and this is Lyman is taken as first, where n equal to 1 here. Then this is going to be whole square, and this can also be written as 4 by 1. Okay, so therefore lambda Balmer by lambda Lyman is considered to be 4:1 or 4 by 1. Okay, students, how can you solve this problem in just single step method? It's very simple, that he's asking us to find out what is the relation between frequency and principal quantum number. It's very simple, that you can just write here frequency of what is said to be Lyman series divided by frequency of Fund series is equal to what is said to be principal quantum number of Fund series by principal quantum number of Lyman series whole square. We can take the relation directly that frequency is inversely proportional to principal quantum number whole square. That's it. This relation can help you to solve the problem without solving the problem. Just by seeing the problem, you can do the problem. Okay. So anyhow, frequency of what is said to be frequency of Fund series is asking us to find out. So anyhow, Lyman series, I mean frequency of Lyman series by frequency of Fund series is equal to frequency of Fund series is nothing but 5, and whereas the Lyman series is taken as 1 here, whole square you can write. So therefore it can be written as 25 by 1 here. So therefore frequency of Lyman series is 25 times of frequency of Fund series, we can say. Or we can also write frequency of Fund series is equal to frequency of Lyman series divided by 25. So these two relations we're getting just by single step method, that is this one. Okay, my dear students, let us solve this problem by using the concept of reduced mass here. If you see this problem here, a block of mass small m is going to collide a block which is attached to a spring. That's it. And he's asking us to find out what is the maximum compression taken by the spring here. Okay, so how are you going to find out the maximum compression here? Now just see here, kinetic energy of a moving block is equal to spring energy, which is said to be compressed potential energy. Okay, so potential energy of a spring we can say here. By using this concept, we can say that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but can be converted from one form to another form here. That's it. That's a very simple concept here. But as it is a combined mass, we can take reduced mass. What do you mean by reduced mass? Let us discuss here. So half m reduced mass and v relative whole square, which is nothing but potential energy of a spring, which is going to be half kx square. That's it. Okay. So half gets cancelled here. What do you mean by reduced mass? Reduced mass is nothing but it is a combined mass system which is given as small m into capital M by small m plus capital M, which is nothing but m1 m2 by m1 plus m2, which is called as a concept of reduced mass. And v relative is nothing but, if you observe, this body is having a velocity v, whereas this is having velocity 0. So that is going to be we can write this as u minus 0 whole square here, which is going to be kx square. That's it. You got the answer. It's very simple now. So you can just write this as x is nothing but, is asking us to find out maximum compression. Means you have to find out what is x here. That's it. So what is x here? X is nothing but, you can write this as square root of m capital M by small m plus capital M into 1 by k. And this u will come outside here because it is going to be u square, under root becomes u, which is going to come outside. So with this, it is clear that your correct option is going to be option number A. That's it. That's it. It's very simple. Okay, my dear students, today I would like to discuss a very simple and easy techniques to solve the problems of hemispherical surface on which, if any body is kept, let us see what is going to happen here. For example, at this point A, if you keep any body and its velocity is going to be 0, after how much distance on the hemispherical surface it will travel, and it will leave the hemispherical surface. That's it. It has to leave the hemispherical surface and it has to fall as a freely falling body. So let us see what is that height here. Here one more diagram is given in which velocity of a body is given 0 here, and you all know that if you are going to consider the velocity is considered to be nrg. Okay, like 5rg, 3rg, 2rg, whatever it may be. But as the velocity is going to be 0 here, therefore n is also considered to be 0 here at this place. So as n is considered to be 0, there is a shortcut formula to find out this angle. Like angle theta is asking us to find out. So what is the formula? Shortcut formula for finding the angle theta is nothing but cos theta is going to be equal to 2 minus n by 3. This shortcut formula, if you use, you can solve the problem in fraction of seconds. Without solving the problem, you can solve the problem by just seeing the question. You can directly write the answer. So cos theta is equal to 2 minus n by 3, which is nothing but, according to this diagram given here, we can write it as cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse, that is going to be h by r. As v is equal to 0, n is also going to be 0 here, so we can write 2 minus 0 by 3 is equal to h by r. Then what is h here? This implies that h is going to be 2r by 3. That's it. You got the answer in just fraction of seconds. Thanks. My dear students, today I would like to discuss a very simple trick. How can you find out the number of alpha and beta particles in a particular radioactivity. Like for example, if you want to convert what is this thorium into lead, how many alpha beta decays have taken place? You can find out by using this simple shortcut method. For example, thorium converts into lead. If you add some more terms like this, for example, you're adding some more terms like this, you'll be getting, for example, alpha plus 2 4 and beta minus 1 and 0. Let it be x and this is let it be y here. So if you add these two terms in this equation, you can solve in a very easy manner. For example, first of all, you are finding out what is the number of alpha particles. That is alphas you have to find out first. So to find out alphas, you have to consider the mass numbers and make them equal in a simple strategic way. You just see here, 232 is equal to 208 plus x into 4 is going to be 4 into x plus y into 0 is going to be 0 here. Okay. So now here if you want to find out this x here, what are you going to do here now? So 4x is equal to 232 minus 208. So x is equal to 24 by 4, which is nothing but 6 alphas. So getting 6 alphas here. Okay. And how can you find out the number of betas here? Let us discuss about that. So to find out the number of beta particles here, what are you going to do? So for example here, number of beta particles you have to find out. For that you have to consider the atomic numbers. Like for example, 90 is equal to 82 plus x into 2, that is going to be 2x, plus y into minus 1, which is going to be minus y, you can take here. So you can write it as minus y here. But you just write 90 here, which is equal to 82 plus 2 into x. X value we got as 6 here. So 2 into 6 minus y, you can write like this. So therefore 90 is equal to 82 plus 12 minus y. Okay, so you can find out y is going to be 94 minus 90, because this is going to be 94 minus 90 is going to be y is equal to 4. Okay, so we're getting 4 betas. So like this method is an accurate method where you can solve number of alpha and beta particles can be found. Thank you very much. My dear students, today I would like to discuss an amazing short trick. You just see the problem here. If you see this problem, this appears to be just like a Wheatstone bridge, because here there are 2 resistors on either sides, whereas you can take a small r here, it is given as 10 and capital R is given as 20, and again this is 20 and this is going to be 10, and in the middle it is taken as 10 here because smaller is taken as 10 here. But you can see one thing here, it is not a Wheatstone bridge, because here you will not see that P by Q is equal to R by S. Actually, it is not equal to R by S. P by Q is never ever equal to R by S according to this problem here. But you just see one thing here. One thing you can observe here. It is not going to satisfy the case of Wheatstone bridge. Then how can you solve this type of problems in which a symmetry of Wheatstone bridge is not followed? Then for this, there is one shortcut formula here, with which you can solve the problem in fraction of seconds, because you can solve this problem by using Kirchhoff's laws also, but it is time waste, because this is the time where we have to do smart work here, because hard work everyone will do. So what is the smart work here is, you have to use this shortcut formula, that is RAB is equal to small r into 3 into capital R plus small r by 3 into small r plus capital R. Okay, so this shortcut if you use, you can solve this problem in fraction of seconds. How are you going to solve this problem? Let us see here now. So you all know that here you are going to find out RAB. So how are you going to find out RAB? By using this shortcut which is written here. So let us do that problem here now. Like RAB is going to be smaller. Smaller is nothing but 10, and 3 into capital R is going to be 20. So 3 into 20 plus 10 divided by 3 into 10 plus 20. Okay, so like this if you go on solve, you'll be getting finally as 14 ohms. If you try to do this problem by using Kirchhoff's law, I think you may waste nearly 1 or 2 minutes, definitely, even though if you are an expert. But sometimes we have to use certain shortcuts so that we can save a lot of time and use this time for solving some other subjects in the examination. Thank you. Yes, students, today I would like to discuss an amazing short trick method to solve the problem of spring which is in the shape of Y. In this spring, for example, if an angle between the two Y-shaped springs is 90 degrees, if it is so, let us see what is going to happen here. So if theta is 90 degrees, a shortcut formula is given here. 2 pi into square root of m by k plus 2k cos square theta by 2. Okay, so this is cos square theta by 2 here. So if this is cos square theta by 2, then you can just take the value of theta as 90 degrees and substitute cos square theta by 2, that is 90 by 2, which is cos 45, cos square 45. And let us see what is going to what are we going to get here now by taking this concept. Therefore t is going to be 2 pi root of m by k plus 2k. Cos square 45 is nothing but 1 by root 2 whole square, which is nothing but 1 by 2 will be getting. So 2 gets cancelled. T is nothing but 2 pi root of m by 2k. So this is going to be your answer. Let me tell you one more case here. Instead of considering 90 degrees, you can also consider as 120 degrees also. If this angle between the two springs is 120 degrees, then you can solve this as a different problem. Instead of taking 90, if you consider 120, so you will be getting, instead of 45, let me rub this 45, okay, and show you what are we going to get now. Instead of 45, you will be getting cos square 60 degrees, okay. So you'll be getting cos square 60, and if it is cos square 60, what are we going to get now? 1 by 2 whole square, which is nothing but 1 by 4 will be getting. So we're getting 1 by 4, so 2 ones, 2 twos will be getting. So therefore, how much are we getting? K plus k by 2 is nothing but 3k by 2. Okay. So you'll be getting a different answer here if you consider this. Okay. So you'll be getting square root of m by k plus k by 2, which is nothing but 3k by 2 will be getting. So therefore, t is going to be 2 pi root of, this is 2m by 3k. Okay. So this is going to be your final answer if you consider 60 degrees. Thank you very much. Okay, my dear students, today I would like to discuss a very interesting shortcut. Now, if you see this problem, we have to find out the wavelengths of Balmer series as well as another wavelength of this Balmer series, where the transitions are given. If I am giving an underline here with the help of red color, what are the given here? So n equal to 3, n equal to 2 for the first wavelength, where the wavelength is given as 660 nanometers. And for Balmer series, if you consider, it is n equal to 4 and n equal to 2. It is given already. And I am going to give a shortcut method here, that lambda is equal to, okay, here, so lambda, if you consider, lambda is directly proportional to product of the two numbers whole square divided by sum of the two numbers into difference of the two numbers. So if you observe this here, so lambda is directly proportional to p square by s into d here. S means sum, d means difference. So I have taken n equal to 3, n equal to 2. Here I have written 3 into 2 whole square by sum, that is 3 plus 2 into 3 minus 2. And for the another wavelength also I have taken 4 into 2 whole square by 4 plus 2 into 4 minus 2, that is sum and difference. Now after that you have to divide these two. That is, you have to consider here lambda 1 by lambda 2, which is equal to, after doing the product and the sum, finally you will be getting like this. That is going to be 36 by if you do multiplication here, that is 5r, you'll be getting divided by 16 by 3r, you'll be getting here. Okay. So because this is a shortcut formula here, after that, if you cancel out all these r and r, you'll be getting this lambda 1. Lambda 1, it is given here already. How much it is given? It is given as 660. 660 divided by lambda 2 is equal to 36 by 5, and 16 by 5 is going to be how much? It is going to be 80 by 108. So therefore, from this you'll be getting wavelength lambda 2 as, after calculation, we're getting 488.9 nanometers. So this is going to be your answer. Thank you. My dear students, today I would like to discuss a very important and a very useful shortcut which will save a lot of your time. And I'm really amazing to share this shortcut with you people. I think you are going to enjoy this. Okay. So if you see this problem here, he's asking us to find out what is the recoil speed of an atom when there is a transmission of an electron from higher energy level to lower energy level. For example, if you consider an atom in which electron transition takes place from higher energy level to lower energy level, then what happens here? The atom will recoil. That means just like when a bullet comes outside, gun will recoil back. When electron falls down, even atom also recoil. So for that there is a shortcut formula. What is that shortcut formula? I am sharing this formula here. That is, recoil velocity is nothing but 4.34 into 1 by n initial whole square minus 1 by n final whole square. You just substitute the formula here now. So therefore, recoil velocity is equal to 4.34 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 5 square. Okay. So finally we're getting 4.34 into 24 by 25, which is going to be approximately 4.166, which is nothing but 4.17 meters per second. You are getting the answer. Hope you have enjoyed this shortcut, which will save a lot of your time. My dear students, today I would like to discuss this problem, which is very lengthy. You can just see this problem, how lengthy it is. And let us enjoy with my funny short trick here. So this is a lengthy method, which is general method to solve the problem. And if you observe this question here, the non-uniform part of the rod whose center of mass we have to find out is the second part which is given in the problem, that is B into X by L here. Okay, so this is the part which you have to consider in this case, which is said to be non-uniform part. Okay, so this is an equation given in the question here, but if you observe this equation, you will see that the only second part is going to be non-uniform part. For example, if you consider B is going to be 0, then non-uniform part is eliminated, and you will see the fun part of this problem is you will see only the uniform part of this problem here, uniform part of the rod. And you know that if rod is uniform, then its length where the center of mass is lying will be exactly L by 2. Okay, so now what you have to do here in this is, if you take B is equal to 0, non-uniform part of the rod is going to be eliminated in the problem. In the similar way, if you see the four options and go on substituting the value of B is equal to 0, you will find a very, very funny and interesting thing, that only C option is suitable correct option, because if you substitute the value of B as 0, you will get the center of mass of the rod as L by 2. Let us check and find it. Now, if you see here, the C part of the rod is 3 by 4, 3 into A plus B, B is considered to be 0, and 3 into A, 2 into A plus B is 0, and 3 into A plus B is 0 again, into L is left. So 3 by 4 is written here, and in the numerator it is 2A by 3A. Okay, A gets cancelled, L is left here, and 3 gets cancelled, 2 1s, 2 2s. So what is going to be left here? That is L by 2. Now our correct option is going to be C, our third option, because you are going to get the center of mass of the rod as L by 2, and remaining four options, if you observe, they are going to be, remaining three options are going to be wrong, because if you substitute the value of B as 0, you are not going to get L by 2. Other than that, you will get some other value. Hope you have enjoyed this fun part of the problem.
Okay, my dear students, today I would like to discuss one more shortcut table. If you observe here, it is the shortcut table which is explaining you about the kinetic energy of a rolling body. Okay, so how are you going to find out the kinetic energy of a rolling body? Just you all should know that rolling, if you observe, what is the meaning of rolling here? Okay, so you all know that rolling is equal to translation plus rotation. Okay, rolling is equal to translation plus rotation. Okay, so now here, what is the meaning of rolling body here? So kinetic energy of a rolling body is equal to kinetic energy of a translation plus kinetic energy of rotation. So therefore the kinetic energy of a rolling body, translation is just, now you all know that it's an ordinary formula which is taken as half mv square, whereas if you observe the kinetic energy of a rolling body, it is considered as half I omega square. Here you can consider I to be mk square, which is a general formula for moment of inertia, where k is taken as radius of gyration. And you all know that V is equal to R omega, capital R into omega. Omega can be taken as V by R. So after that, you substitute here, kinetic energy of a rolling body is half mv square, half mk square. Omega square is nothing but V square by R square. So then kinetic energy of a rolling body is nothing but half mv square. If you common out, you will be getting 1 plus k square by R square. So therefore, this is going to be a formula for kinetic energy of a rolling body. Then after that, you all know that there are four rolling bodies: ring or hollow cylinder, cylindrical shell, which is having a moment of inertia of mr square, and disk is having a moment of inertia of mr square by 2. Solid sphere is having 2 by 5 mr square, whereas hollow cylinder is having 2 by 3 mr square. Okay, so what is the meaning of k square by r square? K square by r square is nothing but coefficient of mr square of a body which is considered. So mr square, if you for ring, what is the coefficient of mr square for a ring? It is 1, because nothing is there. And coefficient of mr square for a disk or solid cylinder is 1 by 2. And coefficient of mr square for solid sphere is 2 by 5. And coefficient of mr square for hollow sphere is taken as 2 by 3. Okay, so you just substitute the values of 1 plus k square by r square. In the place of k square by r square, if you substitute the value of 1, you will get the formula for rolling body, that is taken as mv square. If you substitute the value of k square by r square as 1 by 2, you will get the formula for total kinetic energy, that is net kinetic energy of a rolling body, as 3 by 4 mr square, 7 by 10 mr square, and 5 by 6 mr square. Okay, so if you want to find out the rotatory motion, you can just substitute the value of k square by r square in the place of half mv square k square by r square. If it is a disk, the disk k square by r square is taken as 1 by 2, therefore it is going to be 1 by 4. If you take k square by r square as 2 by 5, then 2 gets cancelled, leaving 1 by 5 mr square. Like this, you can fill the shortcut tabular column, and this tabular column is equal to how many problems? Do you know? It is equal to 12 problems. This shortcut table is equal to 12 problems. Hope you have understood this shortcut table, how to fill up the shortcut table and make it ready for preparing your JEE mains or NEET exam. Hope you have liked this video. Thank you very much. Dear students, today I would like to discuss this problem which is given in the previous year. Maybe it is NEET or maybe it is JEE mains. Almost concepts are going to be same models are coming because NEET is same, the conducting agency of exam is same. So you see this is a vessel which is going to rotate, and because of this rotation the water inside the vessel is going to rise at the sides. What is the shape of the liquid above this surface of the liquid here? It is just like this bubble shape, is it? So when this bubble is going to rotate, just imagine what will be the velocity of the particle which is present here. So the velocity of the particle at this end, if you observe, it is having maximum velocity, but the velocity which is at this end, even though this bubble is rotating, you can see that this point is going to be at rest. This point is going to be at rest. This point is having maximum velocity, and the center of the point where the liquid is present here, actually this is a liquid meniscus which is going to revolve. So by taking this example, I can explain you in an easy and shortcut method. You can just see here what I am going to explain here. At this place liquid is present and liquid is having certain velocity v. At this place liquid is present. It is, let us imagine, having velocity u which is at rest. As the bubble is rotating, this point is always at rest, which is the center, whereas this point is going to rotate like this, having maximum velocity. I can tell you a shortcut formula, that is the kinematics formula. I can write v square minus u square is equal to 2gh, where u is taken as 0, and you all know that v is equal to r omega. You can just write r square omega square in the place of v. You can substitute this value and you can get r square omega square is going to be 2gh, and in this way you can find out the height of the vessel and height difference of the liquid at the bottom as well at the top. You can write h is equal to r square omega square by 2g, and in the problem if you observe, height is taken as 5 centimeters, radius is taken as 5 centimeters. You can write directly h is equal to 5 is at 25, so 25 omega square by 2g. So this is going to be your today's shortcut formula which I have discussed here now. The final step is this one. So your correct answer is going to be C. Hope you have enjoyed this shortcut. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Please subscribe to my channel, prescribe to your friends, and describe the comments below for the next video in which topic I have to prepare. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let us go ahead with an amazing shortcut here. Okay. So in this problem, there is a concave mirror. You can just see the concave mirror. Okay. So this is a concave mirror. Let us imagine this is to be a concave mirror. Then after that, you have kept an object here which is at 40 centimeters, you can say like this, and now the object is shifted towards right, so that it has been shifted to 20 centimeters. Then the remaining distance is going to be 20 centimeters. The focal length of the mirror is given, which is taken as 15 centimeters here. Okay. So he's asking us to find out how much the image is shifted. For example, previously the image will be here, means the image will be shifted towards right. If an object is shifted towards the mirror, the image is shifted away from the mirror. For this I will give you a very wonderful shortcut. You will say, sir, it's great. Thank you. Okay, so delta V is nothing but F. Okay, delta E is nothing but U2 into F by U2 minus F, minus of U1 into F by U1 minus F. This is today's shortcut for U. Okay, so what is U2? Okay, so here U2 is taken as 20 centimeters and U1 is taken as 40 centimeters. F is constant. You just see how wonderfully this formula will work without any tension, without any confusion. Okay, so U2 is nothing but it's that 20. So 20 into 15 by 20 minus 15 minus of 40 into 15 by 40 minus 15. So this is going to become 60 minus 24. Your answer is 36 centimeters. That's it. Okay, so your answer is 36 centimeters away from the mirror, because when object is closer, image is away. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Please help me. Prescribe to your friends, Describe the comments below and subscribe to the channel. My dear students, I want to make you the fastest in India. So I am going to teach an very amazing short trick today. And this short trick will help you to solve the problem in fraction of seconds, in which the textbook method, if you follow it, may takes more than 1 minute. So let us see here now. There is a glass slab having refractive index 1.5. From this side, if a person is going to see, the bubble appears to be here. From this side, if he sees, the bubble appears to be here. But it is said that bubble appears to be 5 centimeters from this side, and from this side bubble appears to be 3 centimeters. Okay, so from this side the bubble appears to be 3 centimeters, from this side it is appearing to be 5 centimeters, and he is asking us to find out what is the length. Okay, so you all know that refractive index is nothing but real depth by apparent depth. But in this case, you can consider the refractive index as real length by apparent length here. Okay, so real length by apparent length. And refractive index is given by 1.5 here. And he is asking us to find out the real length, which is taken as L. And apparent length means you can consider the apparent length as these two lengths, that is 5 centimeters and 3 centimeters combined together. We can take apparent length. Therefore, that is 3 plus 5. Okay, so therefore this implies that you will be getting length as 8. It is going to be 12. 120 you will be getting, and you will be getting the point here, so that is going to be 12 centimeters as the length. Okay, hope you have enjoyed this shortcut. Thank you very much. Instead of doing splitting together this side and that side, I have combined together. I have done in fraction of seconds. Hope you have liked this shortcut.
Okay, my dear students, today I would like to discuss a very important and easy topic, that is prism. And you can just see the prism, the lengthy method given in the textbooks. Okay, so we can solve this problem in a simple trick. And my aim is to make you the India's fastest student in solving physics problems. Now you can just see here, as the light ray is entering in this direction normal to the surface PR, we can take here R1, R2, sorry, this is R2 is equal to I2 is equal to 0. Okay, so here I1 is equal to I, R1 is equal to R, whereas I2, R2 is equal to 0, because this is going in the normal direction, in this direction. Okay, so then we can write here, you all know that there is one identity in the prism, that is R1 plus R2 is equal to A. R1 means R, R2 is 0, this is A. Okay, so you all know that mu is equal to sin I by sin R. Okay, sin I by sin R. For small angles, we can write sin theta approximately equal to theta. Therefore, this can also be written here as mu is equal to I by R, but I have proved that R equal to A, therefore mu is equal to I by A, I is equal to mu into A. I is equal to mu into A. This is a simple short method to solve the problem like this. Hope you have enjoyed. For this type of prism problems, I will make you the India's fastest student to solve this type of problems. How can you solve? Inshallah, let us see here now. So whenever the light ray enters in this direction, and it comes out perpendicularly to the other side of the prism, then you can convert Snell's law by using this direct formula, that is mu is equal to sin I by sin R. You will write, no, don't write sin R, directly you can take sin A, which is angle of a prism. Okay, so that's it, finish. In a single step you will get an answer. Sin I is equal to mu times of sin A, which is taken as 30, because A is given as 30 in the problem here. So therefore sin I is equal to mu, which is root 2, and sin 30 is nothing but 1 by 2, so which is nothing but 1 by root 2. That's it. You got a formula in single step method. So therefore you can write I1. Okay, this is all I1, where I1 is taken as directly 45 degrees. Hope you have enjoyed this short trick. Okay, so instead of writing mu is equal to sin A by sin R, you can directly take, in this case of prism, when light ray enters and perpendicularly it passes through the other side, then at that time Snell's law you can directly change as mu is equal to sin I by sin A,
And today I would like to discuss a very amazing and time-saving short trick where you can do the problems with faster than a rocket, and you will be the fastest student in India if you follow these methods which I am going to teach. Now, if you observe here, there is a problem where if you can consider that there are two equiconvex lenses having focal length f1 and f2. Therefore, resultant focal length 1 by capital F1 is equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2. In the second case, in between these two convex lenses, there is a glycerin. Okay, and here the refractive index is 1.5 for both the lenses. Even the glycerin also having same refractive index. When the refractive index of glycerin is also 1.5 and lenses also 1.5, then their focal lengths are going to be same. But as in between these two lenses, there is a liquid here, and the shape of the liquid is just like a concave lens. Just like a concave lens. Therefore, focal length of a concave lens is negative, convex lens is positive. You just have to do one thing here, that's it. You'll get an answer easily. So here, as the focal lengths are same, you can write 1 by f1 is equal to, as the focal lengths are same, you'll write 2 by f. This implies that f1 is equal to f by 2. But in the second case, glycerin is just like a concave shape here. In between the two lenses, we can consider this as 1 by f. Okay, this is 1 by f, and this is minus 1 by f. Again, this is plus 1 by f. Focal lengths are same, but in the middle there is a concave lens which is taken as focal length negative for a concave lens. Then these two are getting cancelled here. Therefore, f2 is going to become f. That's it. Got the answer now. f1 by f2 can be taken as f by 2 whole divided by f. If you cancel out this one, it is going to become 1 by 2. So let us go ahead with a simple shortcut here. Okay, so there are two thin prisms. Whose refractive indexes are given here 1.42 and 1.7 here, and angle of one mirror is given as 10 degrees, the other mirror we have to find out. Okay, so what is the deviation formula for a thin prism? The deviation formula for thin prism is delta is equal to mu minus 1 into A, but in the problem it is given that deviation without deviation, that means there is no deviation. Deviation is going to be constant. This part is going to be constant. Therefore, A is inversely proportional to mu minus 1. This is my shortcut here. Okay, instead of going a lengthy process, just have a logical concept. A is inversely proportional to mu minus 1. Therefore, A2 by A1 is equal to mu minus 1 by mu2 minus 1. Therefore, this implies that A2 is how much here? A2 we have to find out. A1 is given as 10 degrees, and mu1 minus 1 is nothing but 1.42 minus 1, and this is 1.7 minus 1. By just simplifying and doing cross multiplication, you get the value of A2 as 6 degrees. Hope you have enjoyed this short trick.
My dear students, today I would like to discuss about coefficient of thermal conductivity. What is the dimensional formula for coefficient of thermal conductivity in a fastest method which is possible now. So you all know that heat energy by time is nothing but power. Power is nothing but work by time or energy by time, which is measured with watts. I'll take it as W here. So K means coefficient of thermal conductivity, area means dimensional formula is L square, and let us take delta theta is temperature, which is considered as small k. Let us imagine it is small k, and let us take the length of the rod, which is taken as L here. So L square gets cancelled here, W is left. He is asking us to find out what is a dimensional formula for thermal conductivity, which is K is nothing but W by KL. So therefore K is nothing but W, K power minus 1, L power minus 1. This is the fastest and easiest method to solve the problem. Dear students, today I am going to solve this problem which is related to ray optics, reflection concept. You can just see the lengthy method given in the books. How can you avoid this lengthy method and bypass with the shortcut method so that you will be the fastest student in India? Then you have to learn a small concept here. How can you solve this problem in fraction of seconds without even holding this pen also? But to make you understand how to use pen, so let us see here, this is a mirror. Okay, so light ray will enter, strike the mirror and gets reflected back. You all know angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Similarly, this side glancing angle, this side glancing angle, both are going to be same here. Okay, so how are you going to solve the problem here? According to the problem, it is given that the light ray enters from this side, strike one mirror. This is a mirror which is given, and this is one more mirror which is given. So light ray enters, falls in one mirror in such a way that this is P and this is Q and this is R and this is S. Okay, so let us see what is going to happen now. Okay, so it is entering in this direction, it gets reflected back, and again it gets reflected back by the two mirrors like this. It is said that, for example, this is OM and this is N. It is said that OM is parallel to PQ, and similarly it is also said that ON is also parallel to RS. This is R and this is going to be S here. Okay, as these two are parallel, let me solve the problem in fraction of seconds. As PQ and OR are parallel, we can write this is angle theta, means this is also angle theta. These are called as corresponding angles. If this is theta, this is also going to be theta, because these two are called as glancing angles. Similarly, it is said that ON is parallel to this RS. That's why we can also take, if this is theta, this is also going to be theta. These two are called as corresponding angles. If this is theta, this is also going to be theta, because these are called as glancing angles. Okay. Then also now you're getting now theta plus theta is equal to 180 degrees. This is called as angle sum property. Therefore 3 theta is equal to 180 degrees. Theta is equal to 180 by 3, which is equal to 60 degrees, is going to be your answer. As such a simple method is used to.
Today I would like to discuss a very interesting and very amazing short trick here, which will take to you in a separate dimension. You have to think here. Let us see what is going to happen now. So if you see this rod, which is a uniform rod, on which right side there is a force and left side there is a force here, he's asking us to find out what is the tension in the middle here, okay, which I am showing in the diagram. You have to find out the tension in the middle of the rod, not in the middle exactly, but somewhere in the middle of the rod, okay. So what it may be, it's very simple that if this is taken as x, the remaining part of the rod is taken as L minus x here, okay, L minus x. Okay, so therefore now what I'm going to do here is you have to find out the tension. So what I'm going to do to find out the tension, there is a shortcut formula to find out the tension. Instead of going for a free body diagram and wasting a lot of your time, it's very easy to find out the tension by using a shortcut method. That is, tension T is equal to F1 L2 plus F2 L1 by L1 plus L2 here, okay, L1 plus L2, that's it. Got the answer. A simple shortcut method. So tension T is equal to F1 is F1, and you can take L2 is taken as X, plus F2 is again F2, and L1 is taken as L minus X, whole divided by L1 plus L2, which is nothing but capital L, okay. The total length of the rod is taken as capital L here. So now you can just simplify and write the answer, directly get the answer. That is, it is going to be F1x plus F1x divided by L plus F2 into L minus X divided by capital L. So the correct option you're getting is option number C. Hope you have enjoyed this shortcut. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. How can you solve this problem in a different way, my dear students? He's asking us to find out the area of the bullets covered when they are being blasted here in all the different directions here. The large number of bullets have been fired in different directions with same velocity. He's asking us to find out what the maximum area covered by the bullets here. So for that, a simple shortcut method is there. You all know that area is nothing but dimensional formula is L square here. If you base the dimensional formula by seeing the four options, you will get immediately one thought, which might be the correct option without solving. You can just see here by seeing all pi square can't be the area, because pi r square, if you consider, pi will be there. So among these two formulas you have to select the correct option, because you have eliminated two options already. So by observing, I have got an idea that might be second option is correct here, but let me prove it how it is correct now. So 5 v power 4 by g square. So that is the formula for area. Now if you get the L square as a dimensional formula, then this is going to be the correct answer. Let us see here now. So pi does not have any dimensions. Lt power minus 1 is the dimensional formula for velocity, whole power of 4 by g square here. G is nothing but acceleration, which is Lt power minus 2 whole square. So L power 4 t power minus 4 divided by L square t power minus 4. So getting cancelled here. So what is left for area, which is nothing but L square. So therefore you can say that option B is ultimately correct option, because you are getting the dimensional formula for area only for B option, not for A option. A is taken as wrong. My dear students, today I would like to discuss a boat and river problem in fraction of seconds. How can you solve this problem without solving the problem? It's very simple, my dear students. You just see here, if you see in this diagram, this is the direction of river flow, which is given in the problem, that is going to be 6 kilometers per hour. And what is the boat velocity, which is in this direction, or a swimmer velocity, which is going to be 12 kilometers per hour. It is given in the problem. Okay. and by seeing this data you can just tell that this is going to be 30 degrees, because sine theta is going to be opposite side by adjacent side, which is 6 by 12, which is 1 by 2, so 30. But in the question, if you read properly, he's asking us to find out what is the direction of boat velocity with respect to the river flow. Okay, so a river is flowing in this direction and boat is flowing in this direction. Okay, and therefore what is the total angle? Total angle is going to be 90 plus 30. Therefore the total angle, that is net angle, is going to be 90 plus 30, which is going to be 120 degrees. Okay, so like this you can solve the problem in just fraction of seconds. Actually I have shown this. By seeing this you can tell the answer without taking pen and paper. Thank you very much. Have a nice
Okay, my dear students, today I would like to discuss a very amazing and very complex pulley topic. In just fraction of seconds you can solve, fastest in India. Okay, so how are you going to solve this problem here? So first of all, this is going to be tension T, and this is also going to be tension T. Okay, that means this is tension 2T, and this is also tension 2T. Okay, so 2T is going to be 4T, and this is going to be 4T. Okay, 40, this is going to be 8T, and this is also going to be 8T. You just remember one thing, this is clockwise and this is anti-clockwise. Okay, you should remember one thing, that tension into acceleration is going to be constant. That means T1 A1 is going to be equal to T2 A2. Okay, so if you observe clockwise tension T1, which is going to be only T, whereas an anti-clockwise tension that is taken as, for example, okay, take clockwise as T2, that is T, because mass is M2 at the right side, and left side mass is M1, so you can take it as T1 here. And how many tensions are there in the anti-clockwise direction? T plus 2T, T plus 2T plus 4T plus 8T. Okay, so totally it is going to be, T1 is going to be 15T, whereas T2 at the right side is, there is only small block, it is M2, which is connected to tension T, whereas a larger block of mass M1 is connected to the total tensions. If you go on adding, it is going to be 15T here. So anyhow, T1 is considered as 15T, which is taken as A1, and T2 is taken as only T, that is taken as A2 here. Okay, so here TT gets cancelled. You can write A1 by A2 is going to be 1 by 15. So therefore your correct option is B. So thank you very much. How do you feel this solution? Is it thrilling? Is it exciting? Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
My dear students, this is a complex circuit. You can just see here, it's a combination of EMFs as well as capacitors connected in series here. If you can just see the figure here. But it's asking us to find out what is the potential across A and B. So for that, you can just take potential across AB as sigma EC by sigma C. EC, E is nothing but EMF, C is nothing but capacitance. So if you expand, you will get this formula which is given in the question itself. So by just substituting the values, that is VAB is nothing but C1 E1. What is C1 E1? C1 is nothing but 4 into 6 plus C2 E2 is nothing but 12 into 2 plus 24 into 1 divided by C1 plus C2 plus C3, which is nothing but 4 plus 2 plus 1. So if you go on substituting and solving this problem, you'll be getting minus 10.3 volts. Actually, you have to consider this as minus here. Why? Because if you see here, if you observe here, you will notice one thing. What is that? You are going to see that here, this is negative and this is positive. So A is negative and B is positive here. So we are taking A as negative and B as positive. So coming from A to B here. So you have to consider, as the negative terminal is this side, you have to consider this as a minus. So this is going to be the correct answer. Hope you have understood. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
My dear students, how to solve this problem by using the reduced mass tree. So this type of model is asked in today's morning shift JEE Mains exam. So a very simple trick here is, whenever there are two masses, you have to consider reduced mass trick. What is the meaning of reduced mass? Reduced mass is nothing but, for example here, reduced mass is nothing but, it is the product of the masses and sum of the masses. That is, you can take M1 M2 by M1 plus M2. This is going to be your formula for reduced mass. And what is an acceleration for two blocks? The acceleration for two blocks is nothing but, it is g into sine alpha plus sine beta. Okay, so he's asking us to find out the tension in the string. So therefore the tension in the string shortcut formula here is, you can just write tension T is equal to reduced mass into acceleration. Okay, so therefore tension T is equal to reduced mass is m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into g into sine alpha plus sine beta. That's it. You got the answer in fraction of seconds. If for example some angles are given here like 60 degrees and 30 degrees here, and for example m1 is 2 kg and m2 is 4 kg, then just directly substitute in this formula and get the answer. It's a very simple and strategic way you can solve these problems without any free body diagram. Hope you have enjoyed this problem. Thank you friends. Today I would like to discuss a very interesting short trick here. You will be amazing by saying this short trick. Just comment me after that if you like it, and like, share the shortcut with everyone. Thank you very much. You can just see here, this is the shortcut formula I'm going to discuss. So if you see here, this is theta and this is going to be 90 degrees. Okay, yes. So I told you that this type of problem should be solved by using the reduced mass method. Okay, so what is going to be the reduced mass method? Reduced mass is nothing but it is going to be m1 m2 by m1 plus m2. Sum of the mass, product of the masses divided by sum of the masses is going to be the reduced mass. After that you have to find out acceleration, and acceleration is nothing but g into sine theta 1 plus sine theta 2. Okay, so acceleration is equal to g. Here theta 1 can be considered as theta which is there, so sine theta, and this theta 2 is taken as 90 degrees which I have specified there in the diagram. So you can write like this. So A is equal to g into sine theta plus 1. Okay, so this is A here. Then can you write now what is the tension here? Tension is nothing but it is a product of reduced mass into acceleration, which is said to be the resultant acceleration. Okay, so this is the resultant acceleration. So directly you'll get the answer. It will be very amazing here. It's really interesting. I am getting laugh. Okay, so m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into acceleration is nothing but g into sine theta plus 1 here. Okay, so if in this problem, if theta is given as 30 degrees and mass m1 m2 is given for example m2 is given as 2 kg and m1 is given as 1 kg, directly you can substitute and get the answer. How do you feel? Thank you very much. Let me solve this problem in fraction of seconds. You will feel wonderful. If you like this type of shortcuts, you just comment below. I am going to prepare more and more shortcuts, inshallah. So you can just see the problem here. This is a unequal Wheatstone bridge. See, this is the circuit given in the problem. Okay, so this is the circuit given in the problem here. If you can just see here. Okay, this is the circuit given in the problem. If you observe, these 20 and 20 is going to become 40. So here it is 40, and this 20 is separately written here 20. Again, this 20 and this 20 is going to be separately written, and this is 40, and this is 40, and this is 20. So 40, 20, 20, 40. Okay, so this is an unequal Wheatstone bridge where we cannot apply the concept of P by Q is equal to R by S. But just see the problem how it is solved in the book given here. This is a bookish answer which will take definitely 1 or 2 minutes, even if you are an expert student. Just see the solution. It can be solved by using Kirchhoff's laws, and you can just see how complex it is using Kirchhoff's law. But do you want to solve the problem in fraction of seconds without using any Kirchhoff's law, without using any Millman's theorem? Just without wasting time, go ahead now. So as this is 20 and this is 40 and this is 40 and this is 20, this is a modified circuit of this Wheatstone bridge given in the diagram here. Just you have to do is take 20, add with 40 and divide with 2. What is the answer you are getting? You are getting 30, is it? Among the 4 options, select the option which is very close to 30. That is going to be your answer. Is it wonderful? Is it wonderful? Do you like it? Then thank you very much. Subscribe to my channel and share to your friends. If you want this type of videos, you have to like to my channel and share to your friends.
Friends, let us discuss a very amazing shortcut. You want to be the fastest in India in solving physics problems? Then you are at the right channel. You just see here now. Inshallah, I will tell you what is the shortcut here. So if you observe here, this is an unbalanced, unequal Wheatstone bridge in which here there is 3 and 1 and again 1 and 3. It is not symmetry. You know that this is not going to be a symmetrical figure here. And this problem is solved by using Kirchhoff's first law for charges. But you know that how much complex it will be. Instead of that, I will tell you a super simple shortcut
if you want to find out the equivalent capacitance between these two ends A and B, you can just do VAB is equal to average of the two capacitors given in diagram, that is 3 plus 1 by 2, which is going to be 2 microfarads. Okay, but whatever may be the answer here, that is capacitance across A and B, should be not exactly equal to the average. It should be less than the average of these two. This condition you have to remember. So equivalent capacitance will not be exactly average, it will be a little bit lesser than the average of that. That means B option is wrong and C option, A option is going to be your correct answer. This is the simple shortcut. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
This is the question asked in 2023. In any one of the shifts here, I can say, this is the problem of your JEE Mains. He's asking us to find out if a particle of certain mass m is raised to certain height, what is the change in the potential energy? This is the basic question. And how are you going to solve this question? We shall discuss here by using a shortcut formula. This is a shortcut formula. You can find this shortcut formula in some of the books if you refer. Now let us go ahead. Now how are you going to solve this problem in fraction of seconds? You can solve this problem without solving the problem. Now just see here. You can just take h is equal to 3r and just substitute the value and get the answer within fraction of seconds. So h is equal to 3r is given. So therefore delta u is equal to, okay, so delta u is equal to mg into 3r divided by 1 plus 3r by r. So okay, so r gets cancelled. It is going to become mg 3mgr by 4. Okay, so therefore your answer is going to become 3mgr by 4. That's it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Good morning, my dear students. Today I would like to share a very amazing and interesting shortcut with you people. You will enjoy this video. So just see here now. He's asking us to find out the wavelength ratios here when there is a transitions from one energy level to another energy level. What is the shortcut basic formula here? Wavelength is directly proportional to product whole square divided by sum. Then you can write this like this: lambda 1 by lambda 2 is equal to product 1 whole square by sum divided by product 2 whole square by sum here. Okay, so therefore lambda 1 by lambda 2 is nothing but, if you take product whole square, you'll be getting 4 into 3 whole square divided by 4 plus 3 whole divided by next thing is he is giving 3 into 2 whole square divided by 3 plus 2. Okay, so if you solve this one, you'll be getting here 20 by 7 after calculation. Hope you have enjoyed this video and you have saved a lot of time for solving this type of problems. My dear students, how are you going to solve this problem without solving the problem? Yeah, what I am telling is correct. This problem can be solved in fraction of seconds without this pen and paper only. How? Try to understand the problem first. It is a parallel plate capacitor having areas. So area of cross section of 3 capacitors is going to be same. And their separation is going to be 3 mm. And a simple shortcut method to solve the problem is, here there are 3 dielectric constants given. You all know about this. So what are you going to do? Just find the average of these 3. That is, K net is nothing but, you have to just find the average. K1 plus K2 plus K3 by 3. That's it. That's it. You got the answer now. So therefore, you're getting K net is going to be K1 plus K2 plus K3 is nothing but 10 plus 12 plus 14 divided by 3. So therefore, finally getting 12 as your answer. So K net is going to be 12. I think you have enjoyed this shortcut. Thank you very much. My dear students, today I would like to share with you an amazing shortcut here, in which most of the students are totally confused. So let us see here. What I'm going to show is the shortcut method to solve this type of problems. To find out the tension here is sigma mg by sigma m square by m. That's it. So how are you going to solve this type of problem here? See, if you observe this body which is hanging, on which G is acting downwards, whereas this body, if you consider, mg is cancelled by normal reaction. So on this body you can take G as 0. So by applying this shortcut here, you can find out the tension that is equal to T, which is nothing but sigma mg means 1 into g plus 1 into 0, because 0 is there on the body which is resting on the table, divided by what is going to be written here, sigma m square by m means 1 square by 1 plus again 1 square by 1. So if you calculate here, 1 into g is nothing but finally getting g by 2 here, okay, so which is nothing but tension is nothing but 10 by 2, which is 5 newtons. Okay, so this is an excellent shortcut here where you are going to solve the problem in fraction of seconds. Even if you are expert, you will do the problems without pen and paper. You are good at calculation. Thank you. Today I would like to discuss a very amazing short trick here regarding this units and dimensions chapter. If you see this problem is a very lengthy problem. You can see the solution here. First time I am showing the solution also. And apart from this solution, I will compare this solution with inshallah my solution, so that you will feel wonderful that how can you do this problem in just fraction of seconds. Let us go ahead. So first thing is, you all know this is a general method, and this will take a lot of time. This will eat away a lot of time. If you are an expert, it will take 30 minutes, 30 seconds, and if you are a slow calculator, then it may take 1 minute also. But let me do this problem in fraction of seconds. You just see here, he's asking us to find out the dimensional formula for Young's modulus. And you all know Young's modulus is nothing but stress by strain. And you also know that strain does not have any dimensions because it's ratio. And stress is nothing but force by area. And in this problem, if you see the 4 options, force is present, area is present, but velocity is missing in this formula. Here there is no velocity. So can I write this as F? Denominator A is there, A will come to the numerator power of -1. But in this formula there is no velocity, so just directly I'll write V power 0. That's it. Did you enjoy? Welcome my dear students. Today I would like to discuss a very excellent shortcut for lazy people like me. So what is this shortcut? Let us go ahead now. He's asking us to find out the dimensions of LRCV, where I is taken as inductance, R is taken as resistance, and C is taken as capacitance, V is taken as potential. But किसको याद है भाई इतने बड़े-बड़े dimensional formulas? हम जैसे गजनी लोगों को तो याद नहीं है. But is there any technique to remember this? Is there any technique to solve the problem? Yeah, definitely. For example, when you go to growth and decay of current chapter, you all know that time constant tau is taken as inductance by resistance. So inductance by resistance can be taken as time constant, and you also know that Q is equal to CV, charge is equal to capacitance into potential, and this is can also be written as I into T, because charges can also be taken as current into time here. That's it now. So we can write L by R CV. So L by R can be taken as tau, which is time, and Q is taken as I into T, which is also time. So time gets cancelled. Then what is left here now? 1 by I. I is nothing but current, and this can also be written as A. A means ampere. What is the dimensional formula for current? That is taken as A. That is a symbol for current. So just take this to the numerator, getting A power -1. So is it the simple method instead of remembering all the dimensional formula for dangerous physical quantities? Thank you. Good morning, my dear students. Today I would like to discuss this problem, which is a dimensional formula method problem. Without using dimensional formulas, we'll solve this problem. I'm a lazy fellow, so I will follow lazy methods. For example, see this here is asking us to find out the energy. This is a very lengthy process. It takes a lot of time, and there is possibility that mistakes may go. But let us go for a simple problem, simple easy method. For example, you can write here E is equal to half mv square. Half does not have any dimensions, but can you write this mv square as mv into v? Can you write this as p into v? And can you write this as p means p only, but velocity can you write this as lt power -1? and you also have to replace L with A, because here in the problems momentum is there, area is there, time is there, but here length is there, area is not there. Can you write this as, you all know area means L square. Can you write L means A power of 1 by 2? That's it. You can write E as P A power of 1 by 2 T power of minus 1. So this is the simple, strategic and easy lazy method. Thank you very much. My dear friends, Assalamu alaikum. Today I would like to discuss a very amazing short trick. You can just go through this problem which is given in the textbooks, which is lengthy and it's a headache. Let me teach you a lazy and easy method so that you can solve the problem in just fraction of seconds. He's asking us to find out the dimensional formula for energy in terms of force, acceleration and time. What is the easy method here? Let us go ahead now. So energy can be taken as force into displacement. Okay? And you also know that acceleration is nothing but LT power minus 2. L can be taken as acceleration by T power minus 2. And you all know energy or work done, both are going to be same. Force into displacement can be taken as force into length here. You just write in terms of length. Length can be taken as acceleration divided by T power minus 2. That's it. Your problem is solved completely. Yeah. Energy can be taken as F A. T power minus 2 comes to the numerator, becomes T square. That's it. How do you feel? Just comment below. You want some more problems? Just comment below. Thank you very much. My dear students, you can just see this lengthy approach given in the books. So this much big answer is given for the question which was asked in 2020 in JEE Mains. Can we solve this problem in just single step method? Yes. Let us go ahead. So first of all, see the textbook method, analyze it, and inshallah see my method, which is a shortcut, a single step formula method. What is the formula behind this? He's asking us to find out the energy loss, and it is given that the capacitance C1 is taken as C and C2 is taken as C by 2, whereas V1 is taken as V0 and V2 is taken as 0 according to the problem given here. Okay, so now then what is the shortcut formula behind this? The shortcut formula for energy loss is nothing but energy loss is taken as half C1 C2 by C1 plus C2 into V1 minus V2 whole square. By using this shortcut formula, you can solve the problem in just seconds. Okay, so now what is the formula? That is, what is the application here? Half. C1 means C and C2 is given as C by 2 and C plus C by 2 like this, and after V1 is taken as V0 minus 0 whole square. That's it. Therefore energy loss is taken as half. This is C square by 2 and this is 3C by 2 into V0 whole square. So 2 gets cancelled, CC gets cancelled, and 2 3 are 6. Therefore energy loss is taken as 1 by 6 C V0 square. That's it. By using this formula, you can solve this problem and avoid this lengthy approach. Save a lot of time in JEE Mains. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Friends, today I would like to discuss the concept of crawling of an insect in a spherical ball with a different approach and with a simple shortcut approach. See this method given in the textbook, which may take a little bit of more time here, what I can say. But go through the method which I follows. Now just see here. You all know that tan theta is going to be mu, which is called as angle of repose, we can say. If tan theta is equal to mu, and mu is given as 0.75 here, which is nothing but 3 by 4. Okay, so let me draw one triangle. Theta here, tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side, and this is going to be 5 here. Okay, so with this, now you have to find out what is the height here. And what is the shortcut formula to find out the height? It's very simple, that you can just write height as r into 1 minus cos theta. That's it. So h is equal to r. What is r given here? You can just see r is nothing but 1 meter. 1 minus cos theta is nothing but 4 by 5. Okay, so therefore h is nothing but 1 by 5, which is equal to 0.5. 2 meters. Is it the simple shortcut approach? Thank you very much. Okay, my dear students, today I would like to discuss one problem for only especially for medical students where they can solve the problems by using these integrations and differentiations which is shown in this problem. And this is a traditional method. Let me solve the problem without integration also. We can do this problem especially for students who are not aware of integration. So you can just see here, if you observe in this problem, it is given that y is equal to 0 and y is equal to 1. See here, for example, if y is equal to 0, you all know that f is equal to 20 plus 10y. So if y is equal to 0, f1 will become 20 plus 10 into 0 is 10 here. So we're getting f1 as 20 here. Next, if y is equal to 1 according to the condition here, then you will be getting f2 is equal to 20 plus 10 into 1 is 10, that is f2 is going to be 30 here. Okay, so now you can find out the average of these two forces, that is f average is equal to f1 plus f2 by 2. Therefore f average is nothing but 20 plus 30 by 2, which is nothing but 25 newtons. So we got the force, but how are you going to find out the work done here? He's asking us to find out the work done, that's it. So work done, W is nothing but force into displacement. And you know that displacement is 0 to 1, that means 1 meter is the displacement here. Therefore 25 into 1 is nothing but 25 joules. So this is a method which can be solved, which can be used to solve the problems when for BC students when they are not aware of integration and differentiation. Thank you. If you like this method, have a nice day. Okay, my dear students, today I would like to discuss one problem for only especially for medical students where they can solve the problems by using these integrations and differentiations which is shown in this problem. And this is a traditional method. Let me solve the problem without integration also. We can do this problem especially for students who are not aware of integration. So you can just see here, if you observe in this problem, it is given that y is equal to 0 and y is equal to 1. See here, for example, if y is equal to 0, you all know that f is equal to 20 plus 10y. So if y is equal to 0, f1 will become 20 plus 10 into 0 is 10 here. So we're getting f1 as 20 here. Next, if y is equal to 1 according to the condition here, then you will be getting f2 is equal to 20 plus 10 into 1 is 10, that is f2 is going to be 30 here. Okay, so now we can find out the average of these two forces, that is f average is equal to f1 plus f2 by 2. Therefore f average is nothing but 20 plus 30 by 2, which is nothing but 25 newtons. So we got the force, but how are you going to find out the work done here? He's asking us to find out the work done, that's it. So work done, W is nothing but force into displacement. And you know that displacement is 0 to 1, that means 1 meter is the displacement here. Therefore 25 into 1 is nothing but 25 joules. So this is a method which can be solved, which can be used to solve the problems when for BC students when they are not aware of integration and differentiation. Thank you. If you like this method, have a nice day. Assalamu alaikum friends, today we would like to discuss a very amazing short trick here regarding the problem given in the previous year here. You can just see the general method which is given in the solution. I think this is the general solution, but I would like to discuss inshallah the solution given by me, which will help you to save a lot of time. You can do the problem in just fraction of seconds and it will be amazing, and it's very interesting also. So when a block is dropped from this position A, it will reach this position B at this place here. No, this is from A and this is the second position, let us imagine. At this second position, if you observe, what are you going to see here? You can see that velocity because of vertical circle is given as root of 5gr, okay? Root of 5g capital R. But as it is dropped from certain height here, we can also consider the velocity as square root of 2gh, because height is considered as h in this diagram here. Okay, so as from here it is skidding down, the velocity is taken as root of 2gh. So these two velocities will be almost same, exactly same you can say. So you can write here, it's very simple, that is, so you can write just write 5gr, and the root is nothing but root of 2gh. Squaring on both sides will be getting cancelled, root and root. You can cancel out even g and g also, and you can write here now h is equal to 5 by 2r. But he's asking us to write the form answer in terms of diameter. That's it. Then you can write here h is nothing but 5 by 2, and diameter is, radius is nothing but half of the diameter, that is d by 2. So which can be taken as 5d by 4. So therefore your answer is 5d by 4, which is the fourth option. Hope you have enjoyed this Thank you very much. My dear friends, Assalamu alaikum. Today I would like to discuss a very amazing and easy method to solve the problems of momentum. You can just see in the books how it is given. So if you observe in these books here, it is given the traditional method by using vectors. And you know that this type of approach may confuse you a little bit, and most of the students are getting confused in the solving of problems like conservation of momentum. But let us go a different approach, an easy approach here. So it's very simple that instead of going momentum before collision is equal to momentum after collision, here, for example, there are two bodies which are flying perpendicularly. Let us take one bomb or one block which has been blasted into three pieces, out of which if you observe, one piece is moving in this direction and one piece is moving in the upward direction and the third piece is moving in some other direction. Okay, so in such cases, what are you going to do here? For example, let us take there is a first block of mass 1 kg moving with a speed of 12 meters per second, and the second block of mass 2 kg moving with a speed of 8 meters per second, and he's asking us to find out the mass of the third block. He has given the velocity of the third block. How much is the velocity of the third block? It is going to be 4 meters per second. So instead of taking conservation of momentum formula, a simple strategic formula I tell you here, that is momentum of unknown body is equal to momentum of known bodies whose values are known to us. So unknown means the third block whose mass is not known to us. So mass into velocity of the unknown block is equal to, as the two blocks are moving mutually perpendicular to each other, you can just apply the Pythagoras theorem, because you all know that momentum is a vector. So you can just write m1 v1 square, that is nothing but 1 into 12 whole square plus 2 into 8 whole square. And it is also given here velocity of the third block. What is the velocity of the third block? It is given as 4 meters per second. Therefore, m into 4 is equal to square root of 12 12 is 144. 8 to just 16, 16 16. We can write this as 156. Okay. Then here 256. Sorry, 256. And after that, beginning 4, you have to find out the mass here. That is nothing but 20 and 4. Okay, so we got the mass of the third block as 5 kg. So this is a very strategic and simple approach, we can say. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. My dear students, how do you remember the tough dimensional formulas like magnetic induction? This is a general method I am using to find out the tough dimensional formulas like magnetic induction. Now let us go ahead. You all know that force is going to be BIL. Okay, and you can also write, if you want, sine theta, because trigonometric functions does not have any dimension, so we can remove it, we can cancel it. Okay, so we can cancel it sine theta, and you have to find out what is the dimensional formula for B. It's very simple that if you write B, you will write F by IL. You know the dimensional formula for force, it is going to be ml t power minus 2, because it is for mass into acceleration. Then in the denominator, if you observe, you're going to see I is going to be current, which can be written as A ampere, which is the dimensional symbol for current, and length is written as L here. Okay, then after that L gets cancelled, you'll be getting dimensional formula for B as m t power minus 2 and a power minus 1. Like this, you can remember the dimensional formula for magnetic induction. Hope you have enjoyed. This series will continue how to remember the dimensional formulas. You just follow and subscribe.